Ever since I started working, I had this coworker who would always talk to me. We started out as friends, which is fine, but then he would always get into my business and would always sit next to me at work. At first, I just thought he was lonely, and I was his only friend, so I didn't see anything wrong with it. But then, I got to the point where he would be obsessed with me, and he would follow me around everywhere at work. One day, what really ticked me off is when I came into work that day, he was wearing the exact same outfit as me. I was so creeped out. His name was Robert. I asked him, "Robert, how did you even know what I was wearing today?" He looked at me and started laughing. Then he said, "Lucky guess." I continued on my day at work. As the days would continue, I just didn't want anything to do with Robert. He was too obsessive over me. One day, he asked me what I was doing later, and I told him I was going out with my girlfriend. He then got very angry and did not like that. He told me that I should just have him in my life and told me I should dump my girlfriend. That was my breaking point with him, so I cut things off between us. I told him that we were no longer friends, and if he would just leave me alone. Robert did not like that. Everything was okay after that, which is what I thought. One of my other coworkers named Shelly comes up to me and gives me a nasty look. That was weird, I told myself. Then my boss calls me into his office. Did I do something wrong? I asked my boss. He gave me a disgusting look and told me that I was suspended. When I asked him why, he said that there was negative rumors going around about me doing illegal things I had never done before. When I thought about it, I knew Robert was the one who spread these rumors. My boss told me that he found drugs in my locker. I told him that those drugs were not mine, that Robert set me up and put those drugs there himself. My boss did not believe me. I was fired that day. I was sitting at home thinking that things couldn't get any worse, and then the police show up at my house. "How may I help you, officer?" I asked. The police asked if they can check my house. "Sure," I said. Then the police look into my desk and they find more drugs. The same drugs that were found inside of my locker at work. I told the cops those drugs were not mine, but I was arrested anyway. After a couple of hours inside jail, I was released. My boss told me to come back into work. I went back into my boss's office and he apologized to me. They caught Robert on camera putting the drugs inside of my locker. The camera at home also caught Robert breaking into my house, putting the drug inside of my desk. That was also how Robert knew what I was wearing that day. He implemented the drugs just in case something like this would happen. So I got my job back and the police were out looking for Robert. It's now been 3 years later and the police were never able to find Robert. I haven't seen him since, and it is safe to say I won't ever be seeing him again.